Hola.
So, getting right into it, this was my reply to Mr. Matt Walsh with another great bad take. Uh, he's basically dogging an actual country's cuisine, which I just said, stop embarrassing yourself for clicks, bro. Which is
Well,
that's what it seems.
let's read the completely asinine, ignorant comment that this doofus, who represents the right and actually makes the right look bad. And I think that you guys at this point need to disown him because he says something as insidiously stupid as, quote, every Mexican dish is just a taco in slightly different forms, the most redundant and least diverse cuisine on the planet. It's time to be honest about this. End quote. It's like, are you drunk? Mexican cuisine is one of the most diverse and most unique cuisines on the planet. In fact, in 2010, Mexico's cuisine was recognized by UNESCO as an intangible cultural heritage of humanity. It is one of the most ancient and diverse, complex cuisines with techniques developed and skills over thousands of years of history. Now, this is not someone talking as some big fan of Mexican food or Mexicans. We're neither Mexican nor Mexican cuisine people, but it is completely without a doubt in a unique, diverse, and completely original kind of cuisine that has been developed over thousands of years and which is used by many people. First of all, as UNESCO pointed out, what makes Mexican food so unique is that it really does go from planting to harvesting to cooking and eating. Mexican cuisine is not just tacos. It's a comprehensive cultural model comprising farming, culinary techniques, ancestral customs and practices. And it has a number of techniques and ideas and thoughts. They use ingredients native to Mexico and Spain. When the conquistadores came, Mexican cuisine changed to encompass some of the techniques of Spanish cuisine, which is also a brilliant cuisine in its own right. And later, the French from the 19th century, when the French came to Mexico, they incorporated French cuisine, German cuisine, Lebanese, Chinese, and Italian. We have ingredients native to Mexico, chocolate, which originated in Mexico cooking, in Mexican cooking, um, corn, beans, chili peppers, squashes, avocados, cocoa, vanilla, guasontle, papaloquelite, criollo, nopal, wheat, lacoche, pozole, all these different kinds of vegetables that are not found anywhere else that are used in their dishes. When the Spanish brought rice to Mexico, they used that as well. Sugarcane, they use that in a way that was not seen before in terms of making certain dishes. We see churros, which you have in Spain, but they came up with something called alfeñique. I might be saying that wrong, which is a kind of candy dish used in Day of the Dead ceremonies, which is also unique to Mexican culture and has a lot of culinary traditions with it. One of the places that a lot of the syncretism of Mexican cooking took place in was in convents. Many people don't realize with the introduction of Christianity to Mexico, a lot of priests and nuns were missionaries there, and they brought their culinary traditions in the convents and mixed it with Mexican techniques. And adding certain herbs and spices. They also have used ingredients you don't see other places, like insects. They've created their own kind of cheese. The Mexican food is definitely a combination of Moorish traditions, Spanish traditions, African traditions, Italian, French, as I mentioned before, Lebanese and German, and more. Um, the way that they cook, the al pastor, barbacoa, all kinds of carnitas, all these different ideas of cooking are ones that you don't see duplicated with other traditions. So to say that they don't have their own tradition or that it's just tacos, tacos are street foods. That's not Mexican cuisine. You just told me that the only Mexican food you've had is maybe Taco Bell or Chipotle or your local like dive, because that's not even Mexican food. That's street food. That's like saying, oh, there's nothing interesting about French food. It's just crepes, right? It's French fries. That's how stupid you sound. French food is, very unique. It's the thing you might know are crepes, but it's a lot more intense than that. Same with Mexican food. So even the street food though is not redundant because your dumb butt has only had tacos. What about quesadillas, chorizo, tamales, pambos pasos, huaraches, alambres, al pastor, carnitas, I said before, torta, which is something again that was an innovation from the French with the bread that came in the 19th century. Atole, pulque, horchata. We can go on. So you're so dumb. It's so dumb that we should even have to, talk about this. We have, as you pointed out, Fletcher, with the picture, literally Michelin starred Mexican chefs who are judged on their authenticity. And in fact, haute cuisine or high level cuisine has been established in Mexico and acknowledged since 1982 when the Mexican Culinary Circle of Mexico City, or Distrito Federal, first organized it. So we have Michelin stars, which are an acknowledgement by the international community of a high-end cuisine. Something I don't think that what he likes, which is Tex-Mex, even has. And we're not even getting into the alcohol traditions they have with the tequila, the brewing, bolilos, conchas, and other things that they do. This is just the most idiotic take I've ever heard.
It's completely asinine, and it's really surprising that he would have another bad take after his, men should not play video games take. But what do you expect for Senor Matt Walsh? Sorry, bro. You kind of played yourself. And I would like to say hashtag not my right. We don't claim them. You played yourself on this one. I I do want to it's my friend Black World Bound who said it really well. To be fair, this is very East Coast Southern white guy view of Mexican food born out of ignorance or lack of exposure. If only think of taco shop, you'll never know about mole, molcajete, pozole, etc. It's like thinking all Chinese food is what you find at Panda Express, which I truly say you're on point, Coach Math. Most think of Taco Bell's authentic Mexican food, which I think probably that's what he's thinking. So, uh, yeah, let us know what you guys think. Leave us a comment. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And let us know what you think of this Senor Matt's
And there's no
bad
other way to
take
think about
on
this
this one.
except that he's as dumb as dirt.
Truly.